Hello, my name is Lisa Cato and I am the Business Catalyst. I am a business growth expert working with all sorts of shapes and sizes of businesses, helping them unleash themselves, their businesses, so they can be much more effective and experience more success. I want to thank you very much for downloading the Goal Designer Sheet so that this can be, whether it's your best year yet, your best quarter yet, your best week yet, there's, let's face it, never the wrong time to set a new goal. There is actually only about 4% of people who even bother writing down their goals. 96% of people don't even bother, and even less people actually follow through with a plan. And as it says there, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So over the next 5-6 minutes, we're going to go through the Goal Designer. If you haven't printed it, please do go and print it now. And we're going to work through it with an actual case study, like one that I worked with a client on earlier in January. So go and print it, make notes on it, and then you can just print as many copies as you need so that you can really put a path into action of the different goals that you want to achieve in your immediate future. So the first section at the top is the target area. So what area of your life do you want to make this goal about? If you're a business owner, we talk about work-life balance, but really it's just life balance, because all the areas of our life as a business owner all meld into one, and we need to try and create balance across all of them. So which area is this target going to be about? For the sake of the example, we're going to go with business development. Now, the client that I was working with, who has a IT company, wanted to focus on his business development. Now, specifically, and I would encourage you here to actually write 3 or 5 areas that you want to focus on within that business development. He wanted to increase his turnover, improve his relationships with his partners, and increase the cash value of each existing client. So those are the targets that we're working on for the next 90 days. So, what's the area you want to work on? It might be weight loss. You might want to go health and fitness. You want to lose weight. You want to get fitter. You want to learn a new sport. You want to have a better diet. There could be any number of ones. It might be personal development, going to more seminars, reading more books, actually spending time developing yourself. Could be anything, but give yourself a couple of sub-areas to put in there that you know what you want to work on over the next 90 days. Now we're moving on to the goals bit. And the goals bit is the actual goal that you want to achieve. What do you want? Is it a new car? Is it a new house? Do you want to learn a new sport? What is the goal that you want to achieve? So in this example, we're going to work with the monthly turnover. He wanted to increase his monthly turnover to £25,000 a month. And specifically, because specific's really important, he wanted 2 additional strategic partners in a month. Now, if you put in the actual, you can see the bridge that you need to cross, knowing from where you are coming so that you know to where you are going, and you can really get a visual on that is important. So put your starting point in of where you are right now with this. It's going to help you also feel good about the progress that you've made. So at the moment, he's got £18,000 a month turnover, and he wants to increase that to £25,000 a month. So what's your actual? It might be the weight that you've got now. It might be how many books you're reading now. It might be how often you go to the gym. Put something in there for where you're at right now. It might be your mental state. Your goal might be to have a more positive outlook on life, to be more motivated. Knowing your why is going to give you much more motivation in actually achieving it. Giving it an emotional response, having an attachment to it, is also going to make you more accountable to yourself. Andrew and I actually deliver a whole workshop on vision and goals, because for business owners who have so many of them, getting focused on that is really, really important. And the why is absolutely crucial. So write down why you want to achieve this particular goal. Might be peace of mind. You know, money is just the result of what we do. Why we want the money for our freedom, why we want the money to have more holidays or to help those that we love or have less stress. The why is absolutely important. So why is it that you want to achieve this goal? The actions that you need to take to achieve that. Do you need to schedule in the times in the week that you're going to go to the gym, or how many books you're going to read a month. What this section is about creating new habits and new rituals. What happens is, normally, when we gather more information and more skills, is this is informational learning, not what we would call transformational learning. We can gather as much information and new skills, but if we don't change the way in which we are going about them and create new habits and rituals, we're always going to get what we always got. I don't know if you're anything like me, where you try and do a number of different diets and you fail every single time. Most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions by mid-February. But if we approach things in the same way, then we're going to get the same result. So by creating new habits, by creating new rituals and really sticking to them, which is what I'm going to show you how to do in a minute, is going to make the real difference with you actually achieving these goals and staying on target. We're all very great at self-sabotage. This particular client was working till 4 a.m, which was stopping him from achieving the schedule that we put into place. So one of the things he's committed to himself is to turn his screens off at 10 p.m. and not work till 4 a.m, which means that he's going to not be able to have the motivation and the energy to do what he wants the following day, including going to the gym, which is a large part of giving him that motivation and energy. And the way we do that is by making ourselves accountable. And what's the best way to make ourselves accountable here is to find an accountability partner. Find yourself a coach. That's one of the programs, is an accountability program of making sure that the commitments that we make to our goals really stay on track. So find yourself an accountability partner, because it is a really proven way to stay on track and will make you much more likely to achieve your goals. So here's an example of some to-dos. There's a minimum of 5 here, and I suggest that you review these every week, that you put time in your diary, maybe just 20 minutes a week, to review your goal sheet and make sure that these to-dos are done. Put in a minimum of 5 to-dos with actual dates of when you're going to accomplish them. And now I want you to go and put those to-dos in your diary. You have to make time to achieve your goals, not just keep them as an idea or keep them as a wish. You have to place them in your diary along with 20 minutes a week minimum to do a goal review and see where you're at and see what new to-dos need to happen. So these to-dos should be something that you're doing within the next 7 to 14 days. And I want you to prioritize them as well. So the way that we prioritise them would be to have a look at what's the thing that will take you longest. This should be number 1 on your list, and this should be the thing that you do first thing in the morning. What's the thing that you're least looking forward to? This is the things that we have all the time that we're putting off. But you're going to make a commitment to getting this done. And the thing that you will enjoy the most. So prioritise them in that way. Every night before you go to bed, you should look at your to-do list and you should pick the 3 things that you're going to definitely accomplish the following day, and you should try and do them before midday when your energy is at its highest and you're feeling most motivated. This is all part of you creating new rituals and new habits. The page should look something like this now, nice and complete. And as I say, print off as many of these as you want, complete them for as many goals, and make sure that you've got time in your diary to review this on a regular basis. Weekly basis is best, and make sure that you keep up with your to-dos. We have gone through the target area and 3 sub areas that we want to focus on in our immediate minimum 90 days, specifically what that goal is and the actual of where we are right now, why we want to achieve that goal, what are the overall actions that we need to do, and the immediate to-dos that we're going to do within the next 7 to 14 days to start working towards getting those action points completely done. So thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed that. It's an example of the kind of exercise that we do when we're working with business owners, whether it be in strategic planning days, business planning, coaching, workshops, all the different ways in which we work with business owners to help them get unslumped and unleash their potential so they can be more effective and have more success in their businesses. Please do come and find us on social media, where we post what we think is interesting stuff, motivational stuff, to really help business owners get the most out of their days and get spurred into action. So your list should